What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Adin Ross decided to hand out a spanking to one of his kids that dared think he could come for his head top, and that was none other than Plaqueboymax. So after having one of the most successful event that he ever had for his company, Brand Risk Promotions, with some insane the whole fight lineup was great content. Even the people that I had no idea who they were, they put on some very, very entertaining fights, like top to bottom, all a great card. But one of the most controversial people ever on the internet was brought on there, this guy Gypsy Crusader, who all he does is he's popular for yelling expletives, racial expletives at everything under the sun except white people, and yeah, that's basically it. So he was brought on to fight, and Plaqueboymax, he decided to throw some comments towards Adin Ross.
Bro, y'all know how I feel about Adin, like, you feel me? Part of the reason why I started streaming, but I feel like he do be doing some nuts. Like, which is so weird to me because of where he started. Like,
I can't say anything about it. This is my event. I host
he started as a hub of pop culture. You feel me?
They want to discuss why they thought it was the way it was.
But I mean, his career is his career, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro.
So Plaqueboymax has previously spoken about how he got into streaming because of Adin Ross. Now, the thing about him is this is some revisionist history. Number one, Adin Ross did not start off as a hub of pop culture. Adin Ross started off as a 2K streamer, but most people discovered him when I discovered him when he was on IG Live, and they were like, yo, this guy's got 50K on IG Live, on X, on Twitter at the time. I was like, who the hell is this guy? And he was in a hot tub with Karina Koff, who I knew as some Fortnite guy's girlfriend. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And there was also the Brawny clip as well. But after that, Adin Ross was known for acting gay. It wasn't the hub of pop culture. Granted, Plaqueboymax was very young, so he probably looks at it a little bit differently. But the people that are a couple years older than him, they were like, yo, this guy's just like acting super gay. What the hell's going on? And some people would even say he was humiliating rappers, not a hub of pop culture. But I just understand that's how he remembers him. However, one thing that I found odd was the hypocrisy when it comes to Plaqueboymax's situation. Because Plaqueboymax is talking about, oh yeah, you know, he platforms weirdos. Number one, we have to keep this very clear. Adin Ross is Jewish. This guy has as much hate towards black people that he does Adin Ross's people. And and everyone that's involved in this, they're just watching the event for free. Adin Ross is paying this guy out. He's paying him to be there, and he's paying him if he wins, which he ended up winning. So Adin Ross is like, how can you come at him when it's not like, oh, this guy's never dissed Adin Ross's people? No, he's frequently done that as well. And on top of that, you've got Charleston White up there, now granted, this guy, that gypsy guy, I don't think he's ever called for violence, but whatever. The guy is, it's very hard to defend him. You can't really defend him. But you have Charleston White up there, who has explicitly said that he wanted Asian babies fed to crocodiles. Yeah, we're talking about like levels of like racial violence that we didn't even think somebody could come up with in their mind. That gypsy dude, it's kind of like top of the line. Well, actually, just from what I've seen, which is obviously going to go the most viral, yeah, he's saying very, very bad slurs. But this guy, Charleston White's getting insanely creative, and that's heinous. But no, Plaqueboymax isn't saying that Charleston White's weird for being up there. No, he's not doing that. And these are words, right? So let's take it a step past words, which is actions, right? Okay, so because I need to be educated here, so I'm asking for education when it comes to the power level of things. Plaqueboymax, he wanted people to let it go. This woman by the name of Aspen Cartier, she's a music artist, also a streamer, content creator from Chicago. What did she do? Well, she beat this puppy so hard, so badly, that she ended up, and on stream, so she was shameless enough to beat the puppy on stream, which is already insane. Like, she didn't think to herself, okay, well, let me just do this off stream. It was like, I don't want to do this in public. So she thought it was okay to do this in public. And then she gets arrested for it, so much so she gets arrested for it. She gets banned on Twitch for it for a couple of weeks, I think. And what does Plaqueboymax say about that situation?
And I with Aspen, even though I know something just happened, you feel me? It's up, but hopefully she can turn it around, you feel me? Everyone make mistakes. It's up. I know they on her. But bro, you feel me? I with her. I think she's good people. I talked to her. She seemed like a cool person. 100%. It's unfortunate because that's wrong, bro.
Yeah.
So, all right, can I put you on to some people from?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. If there's anybody that falls under the label weird, I would think it's her, right? Because what's the power level? Words, as hateful as they are, or harming a delicate animal that has never done anything to anybody, so much so that you get arrested. Let me know where that falls under the tier list. S tier, A tier, B tier. You let me know. On top of that, Adin Ross decided to respond.
Everyone should really stay in their own lane. You're a streamer, bro, and as a streamer, you're here to express yourself. You came up from expressing yourself. And Max, you shouldn't really cater to cancel culture because you've been canceled, which is not real, multiple times by the community you're trying to stand by. There's nothing wrong with platforming people that have platforms, which, by the way, they don't just hate black people. He hates Jewish people, too. The name is literally brand risk. And I just don't appreciate people trying to tell me, what I shouldn't and should do on how to stream. I've been doing this for years, bro. And brand risk is something going really well. And this is the most successful event. You don't have to like Gypsy. I wanted Gypsy to lose too. He won. But it's just really stupid. These streamers pick and choose when to call something out. Everyone needs to be consistent. They need to be consistent. Then don't watch. Don't watch my event. Don't support my event. Don't text me supporting it. Then don't watch. If it doesn't live up to your morals, then don't watch. It's that simple. And I see communities getting on people's asses for pulling up. Dude, these streamers don't give a fuck about you. They all text me, they call me, we're friends outside of this. It's sad. The parasocial shit, it's cringe.
And after this, Plaqueboymax came back at him again.
Okay, bro. Like I said, peace and love to everybody. If you want a platform weird, that's fine, bro. It's not my platform. Please stop sending me links like that. I'm not even want to give that attention. It's not nothing to do with me.
Now it's got nothing to do with him after he gave his whole opinion on it. And then when we're talking about weird people, I responded to this too. And I said, hold on. Number one, the thing is called brand risk, right? Off rip. But on top of that, Plaqueboymax himself had a back and forth with Academics a year ago. Plaqueboymax is the reason that Academics is permanently banned on Twitch. Now, I don't know how he was able to have him on this song war stream that he invited him to, but they seem to piece things up. I guess some New Jersey stuff. They came, shook hands, and got that handled. But Plaqueboymax was calling Academics weird for talking to an underage mod of Plaqueboymax's in a gross manner. Now, people tried to spin this into Academics being into dudes, or being into young dudes, which is all right, dog, come on now. That you're clearly biased if that's what now, what did he do? Yeah, that was wild. That was foul. That deserved a ban. I don't know how long, but yeah, that's should not even, there is no reason for Academics or somebody with as big of a brand as him to even be on a call and talking to somebody at that age. There just is not. So you called him weird, and then now you've got him on your stream. So what's the deal with that? Exactly. And then Adin Ross responds to him once again.
Bro, there's literally nothing wrong with that.
Okay, bro. Like I said, peace and love to everybody. If you want a platform weird, that's fine, bro. It's not my platform. Please stop sending me links like that. I'm not even want to give that attention.
Oh, but it's okay to platform rappers with weird allegations and beating their girlfriends and...
Yeah, Adin Ross is cooking here because this guy's trying to be like, oh yeah, these people are weird. The definition of a lot of these underground acts is weird. This dude, Non-Vicious, got crazy allegations, and he didn't even deny them. He just said, yeah, y'all know I was a little horny, right? Wait, hold on, what? And people just brush past it. Being an underground rapper in the past 5 years, it's almost like it's guaranteed there's something that they did with underage chicks or putting hands on chicks. Those two things are just on top of they're on the top of the list. So the reason, I don't know why he allowed himself to maybe be baited into this situation, but he just didn't need to comment on it. And that's the thing where Adin Ross, he came in and addressed all of these people that are trying to come at him some type of way, and just low key, he let his nuts hang on them.
I'm happy to keep going. And as far as all these other streamers, again, that want to sit here and criticize me for platforming Gypsy, I'll do it again. I'll platform anybody on brand risk. You know why? Because I give the people what they want. I'm not going to sit here and get silenced and silence other people. If people want to speak, if people want to fight, let's go. I'm going to give the people what they want. You don't have to like these people. You don't have to stand by their beliefs. But you're going to watch every time. You're going to watch the fights every single time. Why? because you know it's entertaining.
And that's a fact. So the best thing somebody can do, if people hate this guy so much, is to look away. If this guy didn't draw people to the fight, he would not have been paid. He would not have been brought there. So you, by watching this at all, whether you watch a clip, whether you watch the stream, you are contributing to it. You are contributing to him getting paid, because this is all paid based on attention. You're not buying tickets to this fight. So where's the money coming from? Well, it's coming from the amount of people that are coming in that are getting promoted this gambling site. And by you watching it, you're also, I wouldn't say you're intentionally promoting it, but it gets the word out there. And Adin's entire brand is just letting anybody cook there. And I do think it's a good space. And also, Adin Ross was rooting against this guy. He put him in a fight that he thought he would lose. And a lot of people the decision was up in the air. Although later on, Adin Ross said nah, he just thinks that the judges were biased and that guy actually ended up winning. But he put that guy in a position to get beat up, which is more than anybody else has done. And it ended up going the way that it did. And Adin Ross has got a haven. He's like, yo, you can make bread here, and everybody can get to the bag. So unless it's a Hassan, if a Hassan made this criticism of Adin Ross, cool, I salute it. Not that I necessarily agree with it, but it's like, okay, that makes sense, that adds up. Or if a Pokimane or something like that, some people who are quite consistent in their beliefs, and you can't hit him as easily with as you can with Plaqueboymax, who's, come on, let's be real here. We just gave you an example right there. You're defending somebody that's putting hands on animals, dog. That's insane. Or just saying some people, they make a little bit of mistakes. They just put their hands on dogs. She's cool people. Yeah, a lot of people are cool people until you find out what heinous stuff they're doing. That chick, somebody capable of that with that vitriol. And it's not like she was just disciplining the dog or whatever. And I'm not a dog person. Personally, keep your dog away from me. Keep your mutt away from me. I don't want it licking me. I don't want it drooling on me. I will admire it from afar though. But even myself, that's not a dog person, that doesn't have a dog, that isn't attached to dogs, sees that and I was like, damn, what are you doing? She hit that with the vitriol. It's not like somebody's trying to discipline it. It wasn't a little baby shock like Hassan is hitting. Allegedly, in my opinion. But the harm that she was able to inflict on it and just let out her anger on it, that's crazy. I don't know how she's going to be able to recover from that. I do think she will somehow. I don't know why. I just got that gut feeling. But yeah, man, they gotta let this slide off the top of the head. Plaqueboymax is getting weaponized by his audience. And like I said, this goes back to what FaZe Banks was saying, which is, this guy is completely consumed by his audience. They do not have thoughts of their own. They do not have decisions of their own. They're gauging, what's the community saying? What's the chat saying? Okay, hold on. Let me get on their side. Congratulations. You are somebody that's wildly successful, Grammy nominated, that is being controlled by people that have to go to high school in the morning and need to get on the school bus. Come on, dog. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.